I have guys who just like try to move in and they're just like,
Oh my gosh. I was hooking up with this barber once. So this is like pre-fame. Hooking up with this barber. He was so cute to me. And I would hang out at his barbershop or whatever. But I never, like in his barbershop, I had an upstairs area. I never went up there. And he would come to my house and like make gumbo and we like cook all these meals and have like little get togethers and stuff. He would always take showers at my house. Like as soon as he get to my house, he'd jump in the shower and I'd be like, dang, what's wrong with him? Like, what? I'm like, why you gotta always jump in the shower as soon as you get to my house? He's like, well, it's hot outside, it's this. And I'm like, it's raining, it ain't hot outside. He's like, I just wanted you, I really like your water pressure. And I was just like, what? And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna spend the night at your house. I'm gonna spend the night at your house. And so then he's like, nah, we cool here. I was like, no, I wanna see where you sleep. Where do you sleep when you're not sleeping at my house? He took me to the barbershop. And I was like, wait, you live in the barbershop? He was like, yeah, upstairs. So we go upstairs and there's like a bed there. And I was like, well, where's your like shower? Where's your bathroom and all that? He was like, oh, I wash up in the shampoo bowl. I was like, wait,
everything.
you wash everything in the shampoo
I'm
bowl?
gonna die.
So you take whole baths and then you come out of my place?
Sound like a man that got his priorities straight, if you ask me. Sound like a man that got his priorities straight, if you ask me. Let me tell you something, bro. One of my dreams, my lifelong dreams, even today, is to build a compound. And what I mean by a compound, I mean going down into the city, right? Because obviously, you get the house or you get the condo or you get the apartment and overlook the water and all of that stuff. But see, one of my lifelong dreams has always been to build a place where I can live, work, and play all in the same area and all in the same building. Meaning, you basically buy the building, and then on the bottom floors, that's where you have your cars parked. That's where you have your production. That's where you can do a lot of your different work, your offices, your studios, whatever it is that you do. On the second floor and maybe the third floor, right above that, right, you can look down and see different things. But then at the same time, it's your living headquarters, right? So you got shower, bathrooms, pool tables, bedrooms, and all of that other type of stuff. And then on a rooftop, you can kind of, have a little vibe up there and a fireplace and everything like that. But I've always loved the idea that you can live, work, and play in the same space. As a matter of fact, my office right over there, I got a bedroom inside of there. And after the Millionaire Morning Show, a lot of times I'll go in there and I'll crash before I got my next meeting set up for corporate America, right? And just because a guy, let me just be clear, just because a guy has his priorities straight from a financial perspective, because when I seen this clip that everybody was sending me, they was trying to make it seem like, well, thank God that you got this and thank God you got. Now, it's a lot of people that minimize the amount of money that they have to spend on a place so that they can actually have better experiences, or they can use their money towards investments, or why would I be paying for rent in two different places? If it's an upstairs and you could throw a bathroom in that joint, then throw a bathroom in that joint. Now, people are literally just going over into the gym, right? They're going over to the gym and taking a shower, and that's what I do. It actually forces me to go over to the gym, right? Before I have to head back out into the, you know what I'm saying, out to the spot where my daughter and my wife is and everything like that, out in the suburbs, because my daughter go to a certain school out there. But I'll go over, work out, take a shower at the gym, come back, chill, have a vibe, have some drinks, you know what I'm saying? Have some people in here, or we head over to the spot, go over to the Gucci store, go and pick up some clothes or whatever like that, right? But my point is that before I even get into what it is that she's talking about, I think that people are going to, and the smart ones have already been making more responsible decisions with where it is that they lay their head at night. As long as you got a place to sleep, as long as it's safe, as long as you ain't got to worry about no intruders, and you can prevent yourself from having to spend an extraordinary amount of money in order to rest your head at night, I think that that's reasonable. I have no problem with that. The second thing is, he still got them cheeks, though. I mean, we not going to talk. Look, don't let nobody shame you. It's men winning all over the world. They successful. They great. They having a great time. It's no problems, whatever. And guess what? I bet you she didn't break up with him over the fact that he was still washing up over in the bowl over there. At least my man was going over there and he was clean. He was coming in and he was taking a shower and taking care of his business, right? So, and he still was clapping them cheeks. and he was still getting his money, and it was preventing himself from having to spend more money in order to try to make sure that he impress other people. Listen, I think that those type of people are admirable. I think that those are some of the smartest people. Yeah, some people that, circumstances is forcing them to do it, but then that don't necessarily mean that that's a bad thing either, because why would they spend more money on things in order to just impress people versus he doing the thing that's going to be best for him long term? I bet you, homie, probably going to come up. I bet you he made some adjustments. I bet you he minimized his expenses. I bet you he owned his own business. He was responsible enough to take care of business and be on top of things. See, these are the things that women need to be looking at, and they so busy looking at the outer shell and what society deems as normal, instead of looking at the inner man and also paying attention to the smart decisions that he's making. See, in my opinion, that's the type of guy that women should want to get with, because he's making informed decisions instead of doing the thing that society is deeming acceptable, right? And he still got them cheeks, and he still was clapping, and he still was spending the night, and she still thought that he was cute. So listen, kings, this is just my personal opinion. I want to hear what y'all think in the chat. Kings, do the thing that's in your best interest. It don't matter what they think about you. If you win it and you can get it bigger and that's what you decide to do it. But I know plenty of people, listen, I know a guy that makes so much money, right? And he don't even have a home. He says he spends so much time on the road, and actually he's a traveler nurse, and he made a crazy amount of money during the pandemic. And he spent so much time on the road that he sold his crib and he moved whatever little stuff that he needed inside of his mother's house or in the mother's garage or whatever. And he lived his time on the road. And he spent, the per diem that he gets as a result of it. He travels, you know what I'm saying? He goes to a different place if he want to work in a different area. If he want to take some time off, he'll come back or whatever, so on and so forth. But he don't even have a crib. And then he starts spending all of his money on buying rental properties instead of buying a place that he could say home. As long as you got a place to send your mail to, as long as you got a place to get that Amazon package to, and as long as you got a place to make sure that you can lay your head at night, that's all that matters. We got to start rethinking how we moving instead of thinking about what makes sense for everybody else. But I could be wrong. I could be completely off based off of what you think is normal. At the end of the day, he still got the cheeks. He still was taking a shower. He was still clean, and he was still getting to his money. But I'm curious as to what you guys think. Let me know in the comments whether or not you think I'm off, I'm wrong, or if it makes more sense for him to do the thing that's in his best interest, and he still got the cheeks. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also on top of that, Teach Hanley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. That link is in the description. I think that the dude is super smart. I see nothing wrong whatsoever. I know that they try to frame it, and she didn't necessarily say anything, but she did say, oh, you did a hoe wash. Yeah, if the hoes can do it, then what makes you think that we can't make better financial decisions in order to come up too? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think that the dude was smart, or do you think that, you know what I'm saying, he should be looked down upon from a societal perspective? I love to get your thoughts. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.